Good evening, everyone. How the devil are we doing? Neuromex, Node Rage, Munt, Pseudo. How he's doing? We're back. We're back with some more Ronnie tonight. We are back in the Calamitous Cavity, and today we really need to get some oxygen online. At the end of the last stream, we had a bit of an algae struggle, so I'll just explain. I played for about 5 cycles, maybe 4 or 5 cycles last night. No, it was after the stream. Just to lay out a few things to sort of get an idea of where the base is going to go. So this is going to be obviously our other storage room. I cleared away these tanks that were here. If you remember, we had some gas tanks here, and I just pumped the gas into here. So we've not got loads of natural gas, but it meant that we could get the tanks out of the way so I can start thinking about what I want to do here. I think I'm going to use this space for some other gas storage. So where I've laid out these insulated tiles, it's going to be in symmetry with this, and we'll do like some gas tanks down here or something. The base itself is looking all right. It's not too bad. Oxygen, we have got a bit of algae at the minute. We've got 5 tons of algae, and that's basically because I did a little bit of strip mining down here, just to get a bit of algae buffer so that I can hopefully get some stuff online tonight. We really need to get our electrolyzer setup running. We've got it built now. It is ready to go. We have water ready to be pumped in. The only thing we've not got is our coolant liquid, so that's what we need to get done as soon as possible. No, that's what I was saying, Max. It wasn't last night. It was after the last stream. But yeah, we talked about it last night. I was up to the wee hours playing Oni with Mex last night on my, on my single-player solo game. But I think I'm only at like cycle 200 or something on there at the minute. So this is about as far as we've got into this update. Right. Got really itchy nose. I've just been rushing about trying to cook some tea for the lady before she gets back. So I've just been in the kitchen slaving away. So I'm a warm boy. So I've got a bit of a sweat and I apologise. I'm a warm boy. So yeah, a lot of this stuff I've laid out just as quite low priority. We've got a load of the wiring and stuff that I want to get done for this circuitry over on this side. You know, for this like power grid, because we're probably going to want to get this up and running soon. But again, this is all kind of low priority. This is like 5. Then they'll do some of these digs here, and then they'll do some of this, and they'll carry on doing some strip mining and stuff. We need to get a bit of an algae buffer. That's kind of what I need to do today. The only problem is we've already dug out a lot of the slime biome that I would have really gone for. So, Samoth, how are you, buddy? You know, you could get plenty of oxygen. Space. Presumably should build a rocket. No, we're not ready to build rockets yet, Nerd. We need a lot of stuff before we can build rockets. I don't know if you're aware of the infrastructure bottlenecks at the minute, but we definitely need to have... We need to get some farms and stuff going as well and get a lot more resources coming in. Or just dig out a shitload of fossils. That is also a plan. So yeah, I'm just going to lay out a few digs. Lay out a few digs so that we can... get cracking up here a little bit as well. I'm not really sure what I want to do here. I'd like to just get as much of this slime and algae and stuff dug out as we can. We've got some big blooms of algae around here, some like quite large veins of it, but there's always something in the way, so like whether it's water or, you know, I need to get a polluted water tank ideally, and I might try and collect all this water down here. Maybe use this little natural abyssalite Clooney that we have, and gather up some of that. Oh yeah, and also at the end of the last stream we found that we've got these 2 natural gas geysers down here, so I kind of need to get these capped as well so we can start collecting that natural gas. That would be good. Is that your first casual playthrough in ages? I've forgotten how heinous, heinous I think it is for me. The egg management is. Yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best. Yeah, it isn't the best, it has to be said. There still needs to be something for... I was talking to Mex last night. Me and Mex were basically 2 grumpy old bastards on Discord last night, just complaining about things. But we were talking about a lot of the stuff in the game that we would both very much like. And it's things like a way to manage your eggs, a way to deep freeze, maybe. For me personally, I would very much like an option to deep freeze 8 eggs, and make it so that their fertility, or what's the word they use? It's not fertility. What's the word they use in this game? viability. Decays much more slowly. That's what I'd like. How about just for the sake of argument, you shouldn't hypothetically, of course, know nothing about logistics behind what is needed for a rocket. Alright, nerd. The viability, basically. So, at the moment, we have no way of storing eggs for a longer period of time, but it kind of makes sense that you should be able to. Like, ladies in real life put their eggs on ice all the time, and I know they don't last forever, but they do last for longer. So it would be nice if we had a way of like deep freezing some eggs so they lasted for maybe 50 cycles or 100 cycles or something like that in a fridge. Or it seems a bit weird that we have no way of storing eggs for a while longer, basically. So, but yeah, we were just putting the worlds to rights, bitching about stuff, basically. So yeah, we are now gathering a bit of natural gas. Obviously, a lot of this stuff still isn't powered yet, but I had to run a wire from here, by the way, because we've not got the transformers on this side up and running yet. But we'll tidy all this up when we've got all of our power gen in. So what I really want to do today, we're going to have a bit of a slime lung outbreak, I think. But what I'd like to do is just let them get on with the tasks that I've laid out first, let them dig up a bit of a buffer of algae, and then hopefully we'll be in a better spot. Those are still unfertilised. When frozen, you can't freeze them after fertilisation. Oh, maybe that's the distinction then. Maybe that's their thinking. Right then, I need to make sure we've got somebody that's going to do aid care. Should have a few people doing it, ideally. I don't have anybody that gives a fuck about care. Let's get a few people assigned to it. I'm going to have an overhaul of the priorities as well at some point when I can be bothered. Because we've got a lot of people that are quite inactive. I slapped down a few bits of decor as well, but some of this I'm probably going to rip out because it looks derpy as hell. But I just wanted to try and get a bit more decor in the base. We have got a couple of artists now that kind of need to get to doing these sculptures and stuff, so... Storing eggs literally stops them from hatching. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know, personally for me it would be a nice little thing. Like, we've got all these critters, and we've got quite a lot of different types of critters, and we have all these different amounts that we need to try and regulate, but without a means of storing a fixed amount for safety, it kind of all seems a bit futile. Like, it's very easy to extinctify all your hatches, do you know what I mean? Very easy. Okay. Leave you there. Dig out you. Leave you there. Very easy to extinctify all the hatches. Okay. Cool. For the last 20 cycles, my dupes have been getting very little done. What are some common time wasting things that dupes do? Harvesting, ranching. If you've got any ice compactors, that can be a massive time sink. If you've got compactors set to high priority, collecting ice, that can be a real time sink for your dupes, especially when they're chasing blocks of ice that are freezing, thawing, freezing, thawing, freezing, thawing. So they run halfway there, turn around, run back. The ice forms, they run back to get it, and it thaws. Not having much oxygen. I think one of the things I want to do today is get these electrolyzers able to pump out some oxygen. Because obviously at the moment they are producing a bit of oxygen, but it's going in here and then they're getting overpressurized because there's so much carbon dioxide here. So I'm going to open this up a little bit, like so, and yeah, I'm going to open this up a little bit. Because I need to get some air out of here. That will be good. I think I might put a carbon skimmer down here. Because the only thing I really want to collect in here is hydrogen. Anything else can float out. I want this to be somewhere where I can collect a bit of hydrogen for a while. If you build a computer, can the dupes play Oni on it? Heckins, that is some advanced shit. That's because you've got your Minecraft VR still fresh in your mind, isn't it? I looked at that picture, by the way. That was awesome. Watching a Twitch stream in Minecraft whilst playing Minecraft in VR. That's kind of cool. Okay. So Nails is getting treated, that's fine. So yeah, we'll get a bit of an algae buffer up. One other thing that I did, by the way, I should probably mention, I slapped in a pump up here to collect some of this hydrogen that we had gathered. And I've started pumping this into this other chamber. I got this to like 2 kilos and I'm going to leave it there for now until we get some more hydrogen. That means I can get this primed a little bit. So we've got 3 kilos in this one, nearly 4 kilos of hydrogen in this chamber, and we've got 2 kilos in this chamber. So these can work now. They won't be as efficient as when we get a bit more hydrogen in there, but they can work, which means I can crack on getting this done shortly as well. I think I'm going to do this really simply and just have a band of metal connecting these 2 temp shift plates, and then run radiant pipe through it, I think. And then we'll pump some polluted water through and that'll cool it down. I think that's the way I want to do it. But yeah, let's get a bit of this oxygen out here first so my dupes will be a bit happier. Because we've got so much chlorine and carbon dioxide down here. It is a bit hellish at the minute. Torello, how are you, mate? Torello was giving me a hard time on Discord for being a ginger, guys. He was being a gingerist. And it's not fair. I don't like it. He's a big meanie. He's a big shit. That's what he is. He's being an jerk. Alright, let's rip out all this crap that's above the electrolyzer as well. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Best part is you can line up your Minecraft bed with your real life bed and lay down in your real bed and be in Minecraft bed looking up at the glass ceiling watching the moon go overhead. That is fucking mental, Heckins. That sounds incredible. You can literally lie down in your real life bed whilst being in your virtual Minecraft bed watching telly. That is crazy. I think water stills have been buffed. They seem to remove germs again, unless that was changed. Pseudo, I think there's a bug in the game at the minute. You can clean all the germs out of very, very germy water just by putting it through a filter. Or doing other weird things with it. Germs just seem to be disappearing. I think Mex last night had a massive pool of germs just randomly disappeared as well. He had a big tank of germy water at normal temperatures and it just all disappeared. So I just think there's some janky stuff in this pre-release at the minute, but it's to be expected, isn't it, with the old testing builds? It's to be expected. Right, let's just get rid of that as well. Okay, so this should help us start getting a few bits of oxygen flowing up here. And hopefully, if we can get this carbon dioxide moved around a little bit, we'll be in a better space as well. I do have a lot of germy oxygen down here that needs to be dealt with, and what I might just do is crack this open and put some air scrubbers down. Air deodorizers. Pseudo, how are you? Sorry, Prior, how are you, bud? Check it out after the next update. Yeah. 100 player storms into the room without pants and no one tells him. 100 player, how's it going, mate? Oh my god, the shit going back and forth in Discord is hilarious. Life and Trello, the odd couple. He keeps coming at me! He keeps coming at me! I post a funny little video for you guys to enjoy, and then he comes at me and calls me a big old ginger. It's disgusting. It's almost hate crimes, which aren't crimes apparently. Despite me complaining so much. Alright. Okay. So yeah, this is where we got a bit of our algae from. Probably going to end up digging all this out. So it seems like this goes down to like oils. This probably is like an abyssalite V shape here. So we'll probably end up digging all this out and leaving this for polluted water down this side of the map. But on this middle area up here, I think we want to dig out this and let all this water fall down. So what I'll probably do is do some laddering down here, dig out all the ground underneath, and then drop all these pools of water down. Because this ice biome is going to be a big melty bastard, because this is going to get hit by space pretty soon. I did notice in the patch notes, by the way, there has been a hotfix, guys, and they've now made it so that apparently asteroids aren't quite as destructive as they used to be. So those of you that were, you know, feeling the pressure of the race to get space capped off, apparently now it should be a little bit better off. Now, I don't know if because we started this game before that hotfix, whether we're going to get any of the benefit of that, but apparently now it's not as destructive. So, but either way, this is going to get broken before I get steel up here, I would imagine, which means all this ice is going to melt, all this is going to melt, so we're going to want a tank down here. So yeah, where we're digging this out now, what I'll probably do, and I'll just show you now, I'll do a sedimentary ladder down, right down here, to like this point or something. And then we'll strip mine all this out, get all the goodies that we want, and then just flood it. That'll be the plan. No, don't pants him. What the hell? Girkmeister, how's it going? Welcome back. So yeah, it seems that they are trying to make a few changes to make the game a bit more forgiving for new players as well, which I'm always for. Or not just new players, but players that, you know, are struggling a little bit. Which I don't see any problems with that, honestly. I'm all for that shit. It could also be because the devs have been ripping their own hair out about not being able to get up to space. But who knows? As we all know, the clay devs are not the best at the game. It's not abuse, it's just a fact. They're not the best. We've all seen them. We've all seen them play the game. Don't mix the banning. Plus, it's a family-friendly stream. No, it's not. It's a mature audience stream. Yeah, it's a mature audience stream. You can all get your dicks out, guys. I can't, but you all can. You can all get your dicks or vajayjays out. And nobody will bat an eyelid. No problem at all. In fact, it's encouraged. Be free with your genitalia. Why not? Okay. So yeah, we've got this problem down here with the carbon dioxide. So what I think I might do, whilst I've got some water sat here anyway, I think I'm going to branch off here, put a carbon skimmer in, get rid of some of this CO2. And then the polluted water that we get can be the water that we start using for this tank. So again, it's another process before we get to finishing this, but it is going to help us, I think. It'll give us a buffer of water. So what we'll do, we'll dig out all this just to give us a bit of space. We'll dig out that. Go down to like there. I'm going to crack this hydrogen open as well and let that in the room. I could just put a few algae terrariums down, but algae's a premium at the minute, so make vitamin chews. Nah, it's only a couple that are really sick. It's because I did that strip mining, basically. I did that strip mining and bitches don't get sick. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Restless Shell, by the way, welcome back. Welcome. So it's starting to feel a little bit laggy, the game, but I think that's because I've got quite a few different build and dig commands out at the minute. So if it's getting rough for you guys, let me know, and I will cancel a few of the things that I've got laid out. Just to make sure, you know, it's not too bad. I'm also going to want a water tank on this side to dump some of this polluted water away. And I think we'll probably maybe use down here. So it's going to be a day of tidying out stuff and getting systems online, I think, and then we can start looking at the fun stuff. My pipe's still being a fucking dick, by the way, but as a benefit, I bought a keyboard yesterday. I treated myself. I bought a birthday keyboard with my birthday money. So I got myself a K55, a Corsair K55, which should be a lot quieter for stream as well. Should be a lot quieter. I was torn between buying a pipe, because I like nicotine, or a keyboard, because my other keyboard's driving me fucking crazy. So I went for the keyboard. And now my pipe's driving me crazy. Can't win. Cannot win. Okay. Cannot win. Let's plonk you there. And then then we will bridge off here. We'll get to there. And then you are just going to go up here. I'll make like a little holding tank up here or something. Have you got live hatches in your base? What's that? Live hatches in my base. I've got a couple of hatch farms. I've got a hatch farm here. And one here. I think I might change this up a little bit. I've basically, from what Mex posted on the last stream, in fact, I'll just show you. It's fucking easier. Let me just show you. There's a different design for hatches for the critters that's so simple, and I should have done it. And if I had more sense, I'd have done it on the stream base. But I'll show you in my offline base. This is my offline playthrough, which I've done the kind of opposite of our game. I've not got anything online, and I've stripped mine as a lot of the asteroids, so... Fuck. Brains, Max, yes, thanks. Thanks for giving me the word I was looking for. Brains! If I had more brains... By the way, I've made myself a super sexy coffee. Although it does have a skin on top of it. Because... Oh, that's good. Do you know the other day I made a cake after my birthday, like a chocolatey cakey torte thing. We had some of the cream stuff left, this white chocolate cream stuff that I made, but the cake is all gone and we had cream left, so I made myself a coffee with white chocolate cream. Oh, it's good. So yeah, this sort of layout, this is my take on Mex's idea with the hatch farm, and it's just much more straightforward really. So the hatches basically roam on these doors. Once a day these doors open. And the eggs are all dropped through these pneumatic doors. So I think we're going to adopt the same sort of thing in our base. So I've basically got one either side of my base. One here and one over here. This one's going to be for smooth hatches. So yeah, I think that's the plan. I think we'll do something like this. As you can see, you get a shitload of eggs dropping from it. This has only been running for 20 cycles or something, 30 cycles. And we've got loads of eggs. Which you could then have dropping into a tank of water if you wanted. And I'll probably do that in this. I'll have a tank down here just to kill everything off. So yeah, I think we'll do that in our current base. That'll be best. So yeah, it's easier to just show you. Do you know what I mean? Right. Come on, you bastard. Give me some nectar. Do eggs hatch underwater? No. No, they don't. So what I could do in theory is put have a tank and have 2 mesh tiles to catch some eggs. So I've always got a couple of eggs backed up. Maybe, I don't know. I've not figured it out yet. But I don't like the automation that you have to do with sweeper arms and compactors and receptacles that you can see with one sweeper but can't with the next. I don't like all that shit. It baffles me with the critters. I don't understand why you should have to go to those lengths just to keep 8 eggs for safety. Do you know what I mean? So. It's not a coffee foreskin, Heckins. It was just a little bit of a cream skin, alright? Just a cream skin. I have some coffee liqueur left, and my wife made some tiramisu the other day. Nice. Waiting for the chance to make a delicious coffee shake when the wee lad goes to bed. Nice. Nice, nerd. That sounds pretty fucking good. How you like the save format now? Yeah, it's quite nice, Samoth. It's quite nice. Yeah, because they've changed how it works in the game now. Like how your saves are displayed. You know, each colony has its own list of autosaves that they don't last though. They overwrite each other. You can only have autosaves on. You can only have a maximum amount of autosaves still. It would be nice if you could have autosaves for each playthrough. So if you come back to a playthrough, I don't know, a month down the line, and you're like, oh shit, I need to roll back 3 cycles. You still have that chance. Do you know what I mean? That would be quite cool. But hey, just splitting hairs now. Okay. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. Oh. I'm just going to jank these wires around a little bit so it's a bit cleaner. And then yeah, we'll just put a tank here for now. It doesn't really need to be anything special. Yeah, I'll leave a space here because I don't mind if the liquid drips down. And then we'll do something like just a basic bitch tank. In fact, I might just go to there. Okay, that is fine. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I need to cap this geyser at some point because this is coming online soon, so we're going to need to get this capped. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Yeah, that should be plenty big enough. That'll be fine. I don't know why I'm doing this with fucking igneous rock. They're never going to get this stuff built. We need to use granite or something that's nearby. Let's do a spot of this. Don't remember what I was doing with all this crap. So I'm having a moment of trying to remember what the feck I was doing with all this. Let's get rid of all you. We need to build a shell around this pretty quickly. And then leave access to do it. How long is this active for? This is active for 84 cycles. Fuck! Oh, right, this kind of needs to get done. There's always something I need to do. There's always something that needs to get done. Because otherwise this is going to be a right bastard to try and do when it's active. How long's between downtime? 400 cycles. Oh, fuck. This is going to be a royal pain in the ass to do. A royal pain in the ass. But at least we've got some oxygen nearby now. Is there cloud support yet? I don't think so. No, it all goes to just a normal save file on your hard drive. It's a shame the clock sensor doesn't use the same time units as geysers. Then you can give dupe access while it's off. Yeah. We could do it manually and, like, you know, just put a door down and just manually allow when we're letting them in, but I think we'd probably be smarter. I'm just going to do this with a 9 in case anybody gets stuck. It'd be smarter probably to just try and get it done now. I might just build a shell around it quickly now. And let's do this with a 9 as well. So that can get running. So yeah, they are doing a bit of digging elsewhere on the map, so we're up to 7 tons of algae now, which will give us a bit of a buffer. Come on. Don't worry about the hypothermia, it's fine. It's just a little bit of hypothermia. Be brave. You are very stuck. Very stuck. You're fine now. Cool. So we'll just slap a vent in here. This is just going to be for a little bit of water. In fact, we'll put the vent there. I don't know why I'm using copper. Let's use a bit of gold. Put the vent there. And you can come up here. Schweb. Probably run this through a, no, I was going to say I'll run it through a sieve, but nah, I'll just use some fucking hot water, it doesn't matter. Are you going to do fancy polluted water cooling? I am going to use polluted water for in this build, yeah, that's kind of what this is for. It's kind of what this is for. Can can actually start pumping a little bit of hydrogen, I suppose. Let's pump a smidgen. Let's see if this starts cooling down a bit quicker. And let's just do this bottom stuff with a 9 as well, just so we don't piss it away. So yeah, I've got 7 cycles till this erupts, so I need to get a shell around it at least. And then I can worry about access afterwards. I have to struggle against adding yet another quote about you encouraging hypothermia. Listen, there's going to be many quotes about hypothermia, nerd. It's just how we roll here, alright? There's going to be many. There's going to be a lot of hypothermia. Ruby, what have you done? It's hard to remember what I've done with a lot of these people. Stinky Chef Supreme. Have you gone all the way, Stinky? You have gone all the way, you dirty boy. Let's put you down here.